Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this.
Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Go.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett airing this one out for Evans. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Tyquan Thornton
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Patriots are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes left side. The 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
This take it in at the goal line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Suck up for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 26 and a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever...
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 59 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Brissett.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. The Bucs at 7-1 now on the year. And they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt.
Succop's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Slant route, and he finds Thornton. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Jake Bailey now.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Evans comes in motion right. On 3rd down, Brissett. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Extra point try now for Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And the tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run again with Harris. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Hunter Henry brings it in.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Harris running straight ahead. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now Jones. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Touchdown! Tyquan Thornton with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Taken at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Hey, check. Go, rabbit. Go.
To throw, Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Jones on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyquan Thornton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Pats get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Jones now. A final shot before break. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Brissett. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
He's got a man complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Airing this one out for Evans.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
On the give, this is Harris. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Suck up for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions results.
Back now in Tampa. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Jones. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. first down carry for Harris. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. Back to throw. Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Brissett sets to throw it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette from 13 yards out. And the Bucs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And he returns this to the 22. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. To throw is Brissett. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's Brissett. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cameron Braid from 3 yards out, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days. You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. On third down, here's Harris. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this.
Your energy, I don't like it. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy.